What's up, guys? This is Andy with Andy's Auto Care Plus. I just wanted to go over kind of the basics of interior work. I had a little bit of a request for that, so shout out to you. I actually didn't write down your name. I am very sorry about that. But anyway, you were saying that you're a beginner and you're just kind of curious on what you need to start. I would say so. Not everything that you can see here is stuff that you need. But what I want to go over is the things you need, and then maybe like as you start upgrading some of those products that you might want to get. First off, if you don't drink coffee, get some coffee, because I might be long-winded on this one. I'll try not to be too bad, but bear with me, guys. Anyway, all right. Number one thing, I think this is stuff that's in my opinion. Everybody's going to kind of have their own opinion, but this is stuff in my opinion, how I built my business, that sort of thing. Get yourself a shop vac. Obviously, you can't vacuum an interior unless you have a shop vac. So the one I recommend is definitely this one by Rigid. The 4-gallon, 5 horsepower. You can buy it at Home Depot. You can buy it on Amazon. I think it's actually cheaper at Home Depot. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to provide links for most of this stuff underneath in the description down below. Okay, guys? But first off, get yourself a shop vac. Even if you just have one chilling in your garage, make it work, use it. It's better than nothing at this point. When I very first was doing detailing back when I was like 14, I'll tell that big story a lot, later. But when I was vacuuming my first car, I brought out my home vacuum and just used the extension from that. So, but I'll go through on my my story some other day. But anyway, vacuum. That's number one. Second, I believe you're gonna need an all-purpose cleaner. This one is by Mcguire's. This is their professional line. A lot of you guys probably know of it by now. This is more, I use this as my light multi-purpose cleaner, okay? Excuse me. It does a fantastic job, but if I have heavier stuff and I need it, my go-to is definitely Super Clean. This is almost straight Super Clean because it's super strong. I can pretty much get out at almost anything with that. So if I had to choose one all-purpose cleaner, get Super Clean, okay? You can dilute it down, 10-to-1, all sorts of things for a good for a lighter all-purpose cleaner. You can use it all over the place. Next, I would say some sort of interior dressing. I use a water base by Hyperdressing. By Maguire's, called Hyperdressing. This stuff's another fantastic versatile product because you can dilute it again. Same with this all-purpose cleaner and this and Super Clean. Dilutable products are fantastic because you can make them go really far for the money. This stuff's really expensive. I think it's somewhere around 40 bucks a gallon or something like that. Don't quote me on that one, but anyway, I dilute it down to about 4 or 5-to-1 for interiors. You can use this for dressing wheel wells on the outside. Granted, right now I'm only going to be discussing the interior stuff, okay guys? So we'll do exterior stuff on another video. So this can be used all over the place, different dilution ratios. Great product, spreads easy, goes nice. Next, I would definitely say some sort of glass cleaner. Grab one that works for you, try out a couple different ones. I've kind of clung to this one for a while now, the Stoner's Invisible Glass. Plus guys, in the comments down below, send me suggestions of the things you use. If it's different from the stuff I'm using, type it down below so that these beginners or whoever's watching, they can get a good idea of good products that are inexpensive and will help them get started. Okay guys, so anyway, that's a side note. But all sorts of different glass cleaners. Maguire's has their professional glass cleaner that you can dilute and whatnot. I haven't used it. I've heard good and bad things about that one, but you can get a lot for the money that way, so keep that in mind. Next, I'd probably, before I even go into leather conditioners and things, get yourself some microfiber towels, okay? You can go cheap, you can go expensive, but if you're working on interior, I suggest going on the cheap, These ones are Kirkland ones. I get them at Costco. So what I do is I'll use them in door jams and stuff like that, but then after I've used them a couple times, or once even, they get demoted, okay? I put them strictly interior. I separate my rags very methodically. I have an A, B, C, D system. I can go into that on a later day, or you can check out my interior setup, my old one, or my van setup. I'll put a little link up top there. But anyway, so I have a system that I use so that I'm not using something like this condition on paint ever. Like, you just don't want to do that. The fibers are kind of beat up, you know, you just don't want to be doing that. So why do I have a couple different ones here? I'll tell you. These ones are for carpet cleaning, wiping down dashes, that sort of thing. This one I have some blue ones that are kind of very cheap, but I use these specifically for my dressings, for my hyper dressing, for wiping down stuff. It doesn't shed fibers or anything like that, so that's why I use that. Plus it keeps it separate colors so that I am not putting hyper dressing on the other ones. I don't know why, I just do it that way. Then get yourself some glass towels. These ones were fairly inexpensive from what I remember. I bought a big pack of these waffle weave style glass towels. They were originally white, but I made the mistake of washing them with my other ones, so they kind of dyed a little bit yellow. But these are really, really good for wiping windows. They do a really good job. I usually will use 1 or 2 on the interiors at a time, so that we are able to mop up with a dry one. But anyway, okay, so moving on. One of the other things, well, not one of, but one of the big necessities, I would say, get yourself some good brushes, okay? This one's been quite a bit used. So what I use these for is you're going to use the vacuum and you're going to get in all the little nooks and crannies. This is without compressed air is what I'm saying. So you're going to use this to really dust out little crevices and such. This one I use for my all-purpose cleaners. I'll spray the all-purpose cleaner on this or on the section I'm using, as long as there's no electronics, and I'll use this to agitate and really get in all the little nooks and crannies once again. So have yourself a good selection of brushes, not necessarily these ones. I know a lot of people like the boar's hair brushes from Chemical Guys, the long ones and those sort of things. So there's so many different selections on there. Buy a couple of them, try them out, and start liking one of them and stick to it. These are another little brush that I use. These I use for applying my dressing. So what I'm using with this is I'm using this to get in all the little nooks and crannies once again, to get the hyper dressing in those, because otherwise you're gonna make little streaks, and you know, that's just, it's not good. It doesn't look good when everything else is nice and got that light little coating on it, and then you see in the cracks and there's nothing there. Terrible. Anyway, another thing you're going to want to look at is pet hair brushes. This one I believe is just, I think it's a Chemical Guys one. This is what I started with, okay? This is inexpensive. I think it's 10, 12 bucks, something like that. I can't fully remember. Does the job. It does good work. I still use it. This is basically a dish sponge, but this is the revamped one. This one, Wilson, from Wilson's Auto Detailing. He kind of redid it. I love it. It's very, very durable. I mean, you can pull on this sucker like that. I mean, I've used this a lot. You can see but it's still pulling up dog hair. And actually, the vehicle I'm going to be working on today has got dog hair, so this is going to come into play. I'll try to find his link, get this one set up on there too for you guys. If you don't know Wilson's Auto Detailing, check out his channel. He's got a great channel, especially for beginners. So that's a great channel and great resource as well. So shout out to him for that. All right, down here we got some other interior brushes. Sorry, I'm going to try to go through some of these a little faster because I feel like I'm taking forever. Anyway, this is my go-to on interiors. So what I use this for is the cracks and crevices of the carpets around all sorts of little things. This is just from Walmart. It's like $5, something like that. This is one of the first ones I bought. This is by Mother's, but these bristles are soft. I mean, it'll do the job, but these are kind of soft right here. These are a lot stiffer. Okay, they're a thicker bristle, so these will really grab and pull stuff out of the carpet a lot better. The other thing I use, I don't have it out here, but it is a drill brush. I would put that more on, like, not the necessity stuff though. That's more of like, you know, after you get going or whatnot, you can get into that. But anyway, one of the other ones I have is a Quickie Brush. This one's also from Walmart in the dish section. This is a very, very stiff bristle brush for that impossible carpet that you sometimes get. If you're a beginner, you'll experience it. Anyway, very stiff bristle. This can help pull out stuff out of the carpet as well. So one of the other ones, this one's a very popular one. This one's by Mothers as well. This is their Mother's carpet brush. This is great for doing dry extractions, and what I mean by that is scrubbing that carpet, vacuum, scrub the carpet, vacuum, scrub the carpet, vacuum, over and over and over to get out all that crap that's in the carpet, okay? That will give a really good look too. So there's that. This is kind of just an extra one. I don't actually remember where I got this. I might have gotten it at Walmart. I don't really know, but no, actually, Home Depot. Home Depot, I found this. They have all sorts of different sizes. This is a very stiff one. One I tried out. I use it every once in a while for agitating some chemical in and stuff. So anyway, it's good to have a little stool like this. That's a good thing. This stool you're gonna see, these are not necessities, okay guys? These are not necessities. I have these to help organize, and these are good for exteriors so you can climb on and whatnot. So anyway, we're gonna go back up here and we're gonna start getting into things that are not necessities but are great to have. Okay, so after you get these other things, you can literally do interiors with these things, okay guys? The vacuum and these things. You can do interiors, okay? It might be a little bit harder. You can use all-purpose cleaners to get out stains, that sort of thing. It might be a little bit tougher, but you can do it. I mean, do your own car, do your parents' cars, do your neighbors' cars. You can get started with this little stuff right here. It's kind of crazy, but you can do it, okay? Granted, you're not gonna be charging a bunch of money because you're not at that higher level. So you gotta work your way up, okay guys? All right. Leather conditioner. I really, really like the Mcguire's Gold Class leather conditioner. Leather conditioner is a whole other topic, but anyway, for coating leather, this is a really good product. I've used quite a few of the other different ones. I keep falling back to this one. You can use just hyper dressing on it, but it's pretty slick. So if you use hyper dressing on it, mop up with a dry microfiber, that sort of thing. So, because that'll dilute it down. One of the other, probably actually more on the necessity side, get yourself a headlamp or some sort of lighting so that you can see, okay? I don't know why, but it took me a little while to do that. I usually had a bright area where I was doing it, that sort of thing. I worked at a shop way back when and it was bright. But now that I'm on my own doing mobile and stuff, sometimes you're in a dark area, you can't see. Get yourself some sort of lighting. This one's on the spendy side. I started with just a cheapo headlamp. It did the job for the time, but I was going through batteries. This is a rechargeable one by Milwaukee. Scan Grip makes a fantastic one. I had one of those, but broke it. I accidentally, it snapped. The side snapped. So anyway, that was unfortunate. I only had it for like a month. It was sad. But anyway, this is a great one too. Scan Grip, I would say it puts out a brighter, or not brighter, but more whiter light, if that makes sense. So anyway, one of the other things, I would actually maybe even bump it over here to the necessity because it's cheap, it's inexpensive, and it's a great tool to have. Magic erasers, guys. Magic erasers. This does so much. Can help get off scuff marks off of kick panels and stuff. It can get stuff off of leather. You got to be careful with it, okay? But great tool, and very cheap, okay? Get yourself a magic eraser. All right, now actually moving on to the more different things, okay guys? So what we got here is I got some different sorts of carpet cleaners that I've kind of gone to eventually. Terminator by P&S. It's the Rennie Doyle edition. I got the whole system. It actually works really, really good. I haven't heard a whole lot about it, to be honest, guys, but it works fantastic. You start with Terminator. This is Carpet Bomber diluted about 5:1, and this is the finisher Peroxide. This is for if you got smells and you're starting with smells, you're gonna want to finish it off with this one. Like I said, this is more advanced stuff that you slowly get into. One of the other things I want to point out here, Rapid Remover. If you got a stain that these products do not get out, this usually will get it out. This can get out pen. This can get out all sorts of different like nastiness in carpets. It's kind of crazy. I haven't been using this product for very long, but I recently got it, and man, it's blowing me away so far. So it's gotten out some stuff that I did not think would come out. So this is a really good product. It's kind of on the spendy side though. These products come in gallon sizes. so they're somewhat affordable. This I buy by the 5-gallon from the actual local distributor. So anyway, moving on to a couple more things. Maguire's interior detailer. These are great if you start getting maintenance clients, any sort of interior detailer, quick interior detailer that cleans and protects. That's what I use this one for, is my maintenance clients most of the time. Okay, another good one, Maguire's Professional Line Synthetic Express Wax. There's so many versatile ways to use this. I use it on door jambs. You can use it on an exterior for a less expensive package, that sort of thing. You can use it as drying aids. There's just so many different ways. You can use it to clean windows. I mean, it's crazy. Great product to have, but like I said, it's not a necessity. None of this stuff is over here. So, but it's great stuff to start slowly bumping up to, okay? Down here, we have a couple extra. I got another little brush here that I use. Lint Roller, I don't use very often, but I have used every once in a while. Down here, we also have, these are smells, okay? This is a leather smell. This is a just fabric scent by P&S. So get yourself, it doesn't have to be these, obviously, but get yourself some sort of smells, you know, scent for afterwards when you're done, okay, guys? This is literally just a spray bottle of distilled water. I've actually used this quite a bit, quite often, just for cleaning stuff up, okay? This is another carpet cleaner that I use. This one is by 3D Upholstery Cleaner. Very, very dilutable, strong smell. So this I use more with things that, you know, I might need to get a nasty smell out after I've done some thorough cleaning. I'll use this as a carpet cleaner afterwards. It leaves behind a really good smell. Mild, but well, I just said it was strong, but it leaves behind a mild smell. It starts off strong. So anyway, that one, once again, it's not a necessity. All right, guys, so this is basically where you would start going right here. Now I want to go into some of the more advanced, I would say. I have other ones than what I'm about to show you, but these are like the entry-level stuff. So what we got here is we got the Rug Doctor Carpet Cleaner. Okay, this is a entry-level extractor. I've done some videos. I'll click a little link up at the top for you guys of the unboxing and first use and how to use it, that sort of thing. It's a great little machine. It's quick. You can get it out real fast, extract something real fast. It's not like the big extractors. I have a big Mate 8070, I believe it is, but that I usually don't carry mobile with me unless I know in advance that that's what the job is going to consist of. Okay, great entry-level extractor. Right here we have a fantastic entry-level steamer. I love this thing. This is my second one. As some of you might know, I'll actually put a link up top for that too. This is a steamer that I've actually had replaced because they have a great warranty. I had it for about 1.5 years and the hose was starting to break right in here. They replaced it, no questions asked. It was fantastic, great company. Another thing here, I've upgraded some of my interior lighting. This is by Scan Grip. This is, you can hook it on the interior and shine. It's got 2 different lights on there. It's wireless, it's chargeable. You can hook up the charger to it and it stays on. That's great. Very soft tips on the end. This is great, but also another expensive product. I think that thing was like 200 bucks. It gets spendy, just so you know. Another thing that I would suggest, probably close to that necessity stuff, is you're gonna need something to put that stuff in. I started with a small container and I eventually upgraded to this. This is by Husky, as you can tell. I believe I got this, yeah, Home Depot. Great little organizer. You can put all your little brushes in here, some big brushes in here. I keep them separate from like this style brush on one side. I put this style brush on this side. See, I got some toothbrushes. I got some picks in here. I mean, these are things that you don't need to start, but eventually you start growing to get those things, okay? I got some rubber gloves in there. If you're gonna want those, that's probably on the necessity side. I forgot that, but don't forget about that. Scissors, that is an important thing to trim up little fibers and such. So anyway, you're gonna need something to put that stuff in. So that's kind of the starter stuff, I would say. There's other things that you can end up graduating to and getting, and eventually you'll get, but this is kind of the stuff that you're gonna need pretty soon. Especially this stuff over here, guys. This is what you can start with, like I said. So, hey, I hope you guys liked the video. I know it's long. Sorry about that. There's a lot of information to get to in this video. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out with what products, if you're starting out, or if you're already a professional detailer and you see some of these products and you're like, wow, I haven't tried that. You know, that's how I have gotten to a lot of these products, is I see other guys doing it and I'm like, okay, I wonder if that works. I have other products that I've tried out and I just don't really stick to. These are a lot of the ones that I've stuck to over the last couple years that I've been doing this on my own. So anyway, guys, hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. And thank you. Oh, and don't forget to hit that share button. I don't really know what it does, but everybody says it, so I'm going to say it too. So anyway, catch you on the next one. Peace, guys.